Welcome to episode of The Grift, where I put the dweebs in their place. In this episode, we have journalists trying to get creators canceled. We have creators out there happy that games are getting canceled. 8-Bit Eric is the latest YouTuber to be targeted by journalists. In this case, Nick Calandra, who is out here defending Alyssa Mercante and everything that she does. Now, Nick Calandra released videos of 8-Bit Eric talking about the dating scene at a bar. And he talks about, girls, women at a bar and the way that they act and how the dating pool now is, for both men and women, is awful. And he gave his opinion pretty mild. But Nick Calandra tried to twist it and say that he was talking about little girls and this and that so that he can get them fired.
I'm sure the parents of the children you get to physically interact with at the wrestling camp would have something to say about you and how you talk about women online. I don't have to twist anything to make you look like a creepy asshole that you are.
But in reality, he did kind of twist it. He started going too far, talking about how Eric just talks about women he's dating, and the stuff that he doesn't like, and he stretches it to little girls and pedophilia in his real job, and him touching girls. Now that is a stretch beyond stretch. Now I don't even watch 8-Bit Eric. I haven't watched his content in so long. I see that he made a switch to SJW talking points just like Smash JT did. Before he would do a bunch of Nintendo stuff, he wouldn't get no views. So I understand his switch. But I haven't watched him for so long. In fact, I'm even blocked by him on Twitter. I didn't know that. I just noticed that recently because I started covering the grift. Now, I think I was blocked because I made a cartoon about him 2 years ago when he had this life-size pillow, and it was pretty creepy, and I kind of made fun of that. But it's okay. I'm not going to beg. I have my girlfriend now, and we're having a good time, Oh, it's just so much fun now, and so I have no stake in the game. I'm not here to defend Eric. All I know is that Nick took it too far. You don't contact people's employees. That's the reason why I have no sympathy for Smash JT. Because he's just like these people and contacts their employers. Tries to get them fired. Makes a list about them. As far as I've seen, even though I don't watch Eric, it doesn't seem like he's going that far. He's just making videos exposing all the stuff that we see. But he's not contacting their employers. He's not trying to get them fired. So in this case, Nick is a clear loser. And 8-Bit Eric comes out on top. Even though he tried to get slandered to the worst degree.
As a reminder, Eric runs the wrestling camp classes for kids, including young women. And this is how he talks about women publicly online. He should be nowhere near children in any capacity. Now the reason why he stretches that is because he just wants to paint Eric in a bad light because he has nothing on him. Yeah, Eric does a shitload of videos on them and is getting to them. So in return, what you should do is make articles about them. Make videos about them. But don't contact their employers. Don't encourage your followers to do the same. And that's exactly what he did. So in this case, he lost. Surgent Studios, the game behind the Tales of Zenara Zhao, is facing layoffs, and the usual suspects are out there celebrating this. Celebrating studios closing down. Gamers out there, supposedly gamers out there, are doing this. Groomz blamed it on Sweet Baby Inc. Every time a game doesn't sell and it has Sweet Baby Inc. attached to it, that's their go-to. They automatically say it's Sweet Baby Inc.'s fault, the reason why these games didn't sell. Groomz. Sweet Baby Inc. is about to close another studio. The founder-creator was partners with SBI founders.
Zhao? It isn't because the game didn't have too much marketing or maybe because it was saturated. Maybe the concept wasn't really quite there. No, it had to be Sweet Baby Inc. And the thing is, these people believe it. They believe that any game that doesn't sell and has Sweet Baby Inc. attached to it is their fault. Like they don't see no other correlations in the world. They automatically assume it's Sweet Baby Inc. and they run with it. And then they start convincing all their other little minions that the reason why the game didn't sell is because Sweet Baby Inc. How stupid can you guys be? Really? See, the thing about these people is they always complain. Make your own game. Make the way that you want the game. Don't let other people influence you. And then when this guy makes a game honoring his father, uses a whole African theme, they still complain. They're never going to be happy because they're game haters. And then when they see games out there that are failing, they actually celebrate it. How sad is that? Finally, we come to Alyssa Mercante, who released a article about the Acolyte and how she loved episode 6 because Star Wars got sexy. It shows Sis Quinn with his shirt off, and it's just a lot of material for the women to sink in. And, you know, she made an article celebrating, and of course, everybody had to point out how she was a hypocrite. That she complains about how stellar Blade looks, but yet is out here celebrating the Acolyte. Outback Daddy. Male fan service bad. Female fan service good. Alyssa Mercante. Exactly. And as everybody out there and their mother got mad, started making videos about it because of course they're gonna do that, she comes out again. LMFAO, you guys have no sense of humor. And that's true, man. Come on. It's like, obviously she's here trolling everybody. You know, the article was a big old fan service to women. She was doing it on purpose. And these people just like fall into her trap all the damn time. It's like they don't know what she's doing. She's baiting them and she's winning. She's making them look stupid, complaining about everything and anything. And that's what they do. They complain about video games. They complain about women in games. They complain about anything they can find that can outrage their audience, they're going to complain about. Because that is their bread and butter. That is why Smash JT went right wing. That is why 8-Bit Eric went right wing. That's why they're talking about all these social justice warrior posts and woke this and woke that. Because they know that is their butter. So anything that Alyssa Mercante says that is slightly hypocritical or anything that they don't like, they're going to point out because, again, that's all they have. But she knows that, and she's twisting it and making fun of them. Baiting them like the little bitches they are. And now, the dweeb of the week. Now, there's been so many dweebs out there with so many bad takes that I had to, start putting them aside. But this week comes from Kombrutus, the guy who was the first one who made the SBI list and who pretty much started this whole fight between the journalists and these little small group of creators. Not Gamergate 2. This is just a personal squabble between these guys. That's all it is. When it comes to the game Zal having layoffs, Kombrutus.
Tell me, was it worth it?
Him celebrating a game failing. That's all he's doing. Him and his followers, him and his little YouTube crew, that's what they've succumbed to celebrating games failing. No longer are they gamers out here trying to get the best games out there. Instead, they look forward to studios closing, people losing their jobs. They're anti-gamers. That's what they are. Nothing but game haters. And they're just exposing themselves to everyone else. You may not see it, but eventually, over time, you're going to see all they do is complain, complain, and complain about games. Who wants to be around that? And for that reason, Kombrutus gets dweeb of the week. That's going to do it for the episode of The Grift. Now, when you make videos about each other, when you critique each other, that's normal. When you have to go reach out to people's employers and get into the real life, that means you lost. So when you get to that point, take a step back and look at yourself. Don't be a Smash JT. Don't be a Nick Calandra. Keep it on the YouTubes. Keep it civil. Point out what you have to point out. But when you try to go out there and get people fired, you're taking it a little bit too far. But not only that, look at yourself in the mirror. And when you find yourself celebrating people losing their jobs, studios closing, there's something wrong with you. I know some of you guys might get the clicks when you do these videos, but is it really worth it? Is that the kind of people you want to surround yourself with? People who are happy that others lose their job? Like, what kind of persons are you? That's going to do it for this episode of The Grift. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.